What's going on, guys? Welcome back into the channel. Today I have a voiceover commentary of a online head-to-head game that I played, the first one that I've actually played. So I'm going to break this down, this film, just as we go through here. It's only one half of gameplay. You'll see what happens as we get on into this game. So let's go ahead and break this down. You're going to get an introduction to a very interesting play that happens here very quickly. This one kind of drove me a little wild whenever this happened. So Matt Ryan dropping back to pass, finds this receiver that is not open deep, and just absolutely inexplicable play by the safety. I don't know exactly what's going on here or why it happened, but the safety just completely failed to react to the pass that was coming directly at him, and the receiver was able to catch the ball in front of his face. Now, I don't mind seeing the receiver, attack that football, come back to it and catch it. I think that was some user input, but ultimately that safety should have reacted to try to at least break that up. And then the tackling there was just kind of bizarre. I know one of them was a missed dive tackle for me. That was the game switching me onto the wrong player. And then a missed dive tackle by another CPU, and then the safety never really did anything. So unfortunately, when I started off this game and that type of thing happened, I was feeling really frustrated by it, because that's just a one-play easy touchdown that never should have happened. But we're going to come back out here with the ball in our hands, and ultimately things are not going to go our way on offense. We have a pretty rough go of it here. This game can actually be a little bit difficult to play at times. You'll see a lot of those new tackle battle animations popping up, the spam X thing. I've yet to get much success out of those myself, but I know a lot of other people have, and when I've played other people here, I played a MUT game, I played a game here, it seems like other people are better at the tackle battle thing. I'm just not used to it. But again, we're out here trying to look to move the football. A nice pass there leads to a hit stick tackle. A lot of the same similar animations. I would say that really one of the things that I notice first and foremost when I'm playing this game is the character models do look a lot better. I feel like there are some positive changes to some of the animations, some of the tackling physics and things like that. That comes from, I guess, the field sense, the new style of gameplay. But ultimately, this one was a weird one too. You guys will see George Kittle there gets stuck in a tackle battle, and there's just simply no benefit to what just happened there. I mean, I didn't have a choice. I either try to do the tackle battle and I get tackled backwards, or I just lose the tackle battle and I don't get the first down. So there was no way to get out of that in a positive way. And then you guys can see here that the QB sneak is not as automatic this year as it was last year. So I think that's a positive thing. But I think I was close enough there that I probably should have gotten that on the QB sneak. Good to find that out early on, though, to know that that's the case. And right there, I was trying to do the good old shed and dive with a defensive lineman. You can see that that's still probably going to be a little bit of an issue this year. It doesn't seem like it's as big of an issue as in past years, but like last year, the shedding with a D lineman and just diving across the formation to get a tackle in the backfield was just horrendous, and it doesn't seem to be as bad this year. Another lobbed ball right here. CPU guys just dropping an easy interception. I've been trying to test to see if my guys can intercept balls that should be caught, and it seems like, and you'll see later on, they intercept things that shouldn't be caught and drop things that should be caught. And I know they're defensive backs, so there's a nice new tackle animation there. I know they're defensive backs, so it's not going to be perfect, but certainly something to think about. 4th and 5 situation here. A little bit cheesy to be going for it, but what else can you expect when you're playing Madden online? At least this hasn't been as bad as hit as he throws. Unable to get that ball off, so we're going to get the ball back, but at least this hasn't been as bad as the MUT gameplay that I've played. Anytime I play that, I just get people running gun bunch and just flipping formations 3 times before they start the play, hot rooting every single receiver and all that stuff, and that just gets a little bit ridiculous. We get a nice little pass here to Mitchell in the middle, and he's able to pick up the first down. So we have success moving the ball on offense. Unfortunately, I didn't record my first drive in the first quarter, but we do a good job of moving the ball, and then some pretty crazy interceptions happen. There's a nice located pass to the outside. I do like the ability to do that. I still feel like you could have done this in past years. I don't know that they needed to have the entire new system in the game, the passing system, to make things like that work. I wish they would have just coded quarterbacks to be a little bit more intelligent on where they place the football, especially if you're using the stick to directionally place it like you used to be able to do. Another offensive play here. I wanted to get some gameplay to see if passing to the running back out of the backfield is as powerful as it has been in the past. There were times that passing to the running back out of the backfield could be quite overpowered. So we get a couple of little dump offs to Mitchell on the outside here in a row.
Can really generate big plays for an offense.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
I am getting used to this 49ers playbook as well as this team. This is the team that I'm going to be running in my 32-man league this year, so it should be interesting. Nice little pass to the inside to Ayuk and a nice broken tackle animation. I hate to see the hit sticking them up the field. Those animations make absolutely no sense. There's no reason a defender would ever hit stick a player 5 yards further so that they get extra yardage. I wish that they would improve their contextual animations and take some of that type of stuff out of the game. But ultimately they've failed to do that for quite a while. There's one of those situations that I was talking about on the stream where this new passing system results in a lot of like checked passes, basically. It reminds me of MLB where you check swings sometimes accidentally, where it's a pump fake because I guess I pressed the button too long or I pressed it one too many times or something like that. I don't really know. There's another dump off to the outside, going to result in a 4th down, and I think I go for it here. Yeah, I'm going to go for this one, probably going to pass the football. And if I'm not mistaken, this is going to result in an interception. Not one that I feel like should be an interception, but I could see where this one was coming from. I think this user just did a really good job of jumping the ball. That or the player on the outside there just makes a ridiculous interception. You can see there, I feel like that player has no business. That's Gilmore. I feel like that player has no business coming up and playing that ball and intercepting it quite the way that he did. But I don't know. To me, that feels a little unrealistic. Maybe that's a little bit too high of a criticism for it. But, ultimately, it wasn't the end of the world because it was effectively a punt. But when you get down to the goal line like that, you have a guy streaking across the field open. I really hate to see balls get intercepted off of like an acrobat or something like that. That just, in my opinion, is an ability that overrides players playing the way they should play. Just code defensive backs to play the way they should play. Don't give them an ability that lets them jump 30 yards and just automatically leave their assignment and read something that they wouldn't have actually seen. And then I get this interception right here that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. So the receiver decides to sit back on their heels. They decide to fall down as they're catching it instead of attacking the football like actual NFL receivers do. And my player teleports through their wide receiver and gets an interception. So I was really lucky to get this. I get the score, and I go up 7-6 here with 47 seconds left in the first half. So that was a really nice break in my favor. One of the first lucky plays that I've gotten all of Madden 23. So I was pretty happy about that. But ultimately, I was still left scratching my head after I saw that play because it just didn't make sense in context. You know what I mean? This is what I'm talking about, contextual animations. These things have to make sense. You have to make sure that in the situation, the animation that you're given, whether it's an interception, a catch, those types of things, actually make sense. And in that situation, that just didn't make a whole lot of sense.
There is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in field goal range.
And at this point, I don't know what this guy's doing. He struggled on offense the entire time. I just think he wasn't great at offense. He was pretty solid at defense for the most part. Just tosses this one up to Verrett, and Verrett's able to come down with this interception. Again, that's one of those ones that you should intercept. It was lobbed right to him, so I'm glad he was able to come down with that interception. But I don't know what that guy was doing on the offensive side. Looked like he was almost trying to give me the ball back.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep.
I don't know exactly what was going on right here. I think that this guy decided to, I think he decided he was going to pause or something at some point here.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Yeah, I think I score a touchdown on this drive, and then I'm pretty sure that's where it goes downhill. He decides to leave. You're going to get a lot of these animations this year. The pressure is coming harder. It's coming faster than it normally is. It's getting home to the quarterback, and you're getting a lot of throw under pressure type of animations, a lot of batted passes, things like that. Now it's probably not going to stay that way because the competitive Madden players, the MUT players, they always complain, and once they start complaining, everything that's good about Madden gets changed. So we'll see what happens this year. I wouldn't count on the pressure staying the way that it is now. Here's a nice example of the pass location. I tried to locate that one further to the right, and for whatever reason, it still didn't lead him enough to the right on the throw. I'm assuming that's an accuracy problem. It might be me using the system improperly, but that's where we were at with it. The crossbody throws, the 360 throws, things like that, that's what I was kind of looking at right there. Have been pretty much negated from the game. I'm assuming you're going to need some of the very high-end abilities to make anything like that work. I'm assuming guys like Patrick Mahomes are probably the only guys that are going to be able to do those crossbody throws like that, at least I hope. Here's another one where the DB, again, that's on the outside there, almost acrobats for an interception that he probably shouldn't even have a chance at. Brings up a 3rd and goal situation from the 1, though, so we get to at least see some good goal line play. This is one of those situations where the formation we're going up against, this should basically be an auto touchdown as long as the offensive line blocks properly. I've had a lot of problems in recent years with the blocking just simply not working on plays like this. Luckily it worked this time, but I have been noticing a lot of problems with blocking gameplay so far this year in Madden. And then we got to halftime here, and it sounded like he paused at the start of the second half. It sounded like he was making a bunch of adjustments because his mic was on. I could hear him clicking through stuff, so it seemed like he was making a bunch of adjustments to his team, and then suddenly he disconnected, so I'm assuming it was a quit or something of that nature. So hopefully you guys enjoyed at least getting to see a little bit of gameplay here. If you guys like this style of breakdown, let me know. Leave a like down below, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you have a good one.